We were more excited to get out of here than the day that we got in here. And that's a red flag. So I guess what we can do to kick this thing off is just show you a quick tour of the warehouse. And then moving into kind of what we have set up. Right side is going to be all Amazon clients. Left side is going to be the eBay side, combination of clientele and our own product. I think it might be time to shut the warehouse down. Yeah. All right, so for today, kind of a weird day because we are selling all of the pallet racking. The good news is, because I got this run right here, these two, for so cheap out of a liquidated Kohl's. It was an old Kohl's building. I went and pulled that out for a couple $100. I was actually technically able to make profit on that half and then break even on that half. So I'm able to sell all of that pallet racking for a little bit more than what we actually paid. But the weird emotional part is, as excited as we are to get out of this warehouse, pallet racking kind of signifies the warehouse. So kind of a weird feeling to just watch somebody come pick it up and it's out of here. But the cool part is that is the first big piece of equipment that is going to really start the whole liquidation process and closing this place down. We also have the conveyor belt. We've got some big U-line shipping stations, a couple things we're going to be selling off. So this is the first big piece to get out of here, the biggest one. So that's going to feel really good once it's done and we can start cleaning up in here. Pallet racking is officially out of here. Phase 1. We are officially in movement to get out of here. Now for the crap part. The guy also took our rolling ladder that we've had around here, the 5-step, and I sold something that's up there. So I gotta figure out how to get up there and get that. Can you guys see how tired I am right now? I spent my entire Saturday in here shipping and cleaning. It's funny how we decide, hey, let's shut this location down and just get out of the physical warehouse setting. And then all the clients are like, let's ship more. So we just had a ton of inbound come in, spent the whole week by myself shipping. Trista and her sister, Bailey, who is actually our full-timer here, our shipper, the other sister had a baby. So they went over to El Paso for the entire week. So I've been here shipping, got a bunch of stuff out. That pallet rack is done, sold out of here. And I just spent the day doing some deep cleaning. I know to normal people this is a mess, but to warehouse people this is kind of clean. So I got all the boxes and crap that were up top, got those organized, a bunch of stuff listed on Facebook Marketplace to get rid of. All these pallets are getting shipped back out next week. So this place is gonna be gutted and pretty empty pretty soon. Next item of liquidation, somebody is buying both of these tables and I'm actually gonna make money on them. I bought these for $100 each, which was a killer deal if you know what these U-line shipping tables go for. These are older, a little bit beat up, but I still resold them on Facebook. Somebody's picking them up for $300. Exciting update is these pallets, all this, all along the wall, these guys, everything is being picked up here in a few minutes. Step, push it down, nice. And with that all being said, final sweep is done. Final outbound shipments are done. Turning in the key tomorrow morning. Thought I would have some big motivational thing to put at the end of this video, but ultimately just comes down to this. We were more excited to get out of here than the day that we got in here. And that's a red flag. Business that you created, you did not create it so that you can become a slave to it. The business that you create should enhance the lifestyle that you want, not hold you back from doing more of the things that you actually want to do. In this location, when we got to the point where we were stuck shipping 40, 50 hours a week, and we couldn't even touch our own reselling, we couldn't even make time to do YouTube videos over the last several years, that's when we started really asking ourselves, is what we are building in this location specifically enhancing the lifestyle that we want, or is it holding us back from actually going for that? And that was when we realized that we were not creating a business around the lifestyle we want at all. And we were allowing the pressure in our industry of e-commerce, especially as a prep center, that when we moved here to Texas from Oregon location is up there doing great, rocking it. We should open up location number 2 and we should push for growth. But at some point, growth is going to come at a cost, and that cost is our time. That cost was to get our time back, hiring a full staff down here, which can take 1 or 2 years to fully develop with an operations manager. We've been there, done that in Oregon, and that's going great, but here we had no desire at all to manage staff down here. That comes with its own set of headaches that we just don't want to deal with. That was the cost of getting this to be up and running where it needed to be. And at this point in time, with our kids being 9 and 5, we love to travel. We haven't done anything in the last 6 months as far as the stuff we actually enjoy doing because we've been stuck tied here to the shipping tables. So all of that to say that we just answered one simple question. Is the business we are building enhancing the lifestyle that we want? Or at least progressing and getting us closer to that goal? And the answer here was no. And that's when it was time to do something about it. And we took a pretty big leap of faith to get this whole thing shut down. So point being, especially if you are in the e-commerce space like we are, do not let the outside pressures that you see around social media push for growth, unless that is your actual goal. I will tell you this, one of two things happens when you start to really push for that growth, that scale factor. You get a taste of it, and it's all you want to do. It's all you want to live and breathe, and you go all in and you go do that growth. Or 2, what happened with us, we got a taste of it and realized the cost in our current phase in life was not worth the investment to push that. If you are a single person with no spouse, with no kids, no actual responsibilities, then yes, your business can go and 10x itself and you can just focus your entire life in that. But for those of us that have the family aspect, a little bit more responsibilities going on in the background, it's a lot more difficult to do. Not that it's not attainable, just in our current phase in life right now, it's not something that we have any desire to go and do. You know, I was asked one time, what's the most amount of fun you've ever had in your business? And it was back in 2016, 17, 18, when all we were doing was just having fun, buying and selling products, making YouTube videos. That was the most fun we've ever had. And looking back at the books, it was the most profit per year that we actually made. So we're going back to that. We're gonna do a combination of things that we actually enjoy doing way more and things that will actually bring us more profit. For example, to run this operation, all this overhead, because some of you might look at just a warehouse rent and not realize that you have commercial insurance, you have to pay commercial rates for your utilities, for your internet, all these little things add up. So for us to run this, before we even talk about staff costs, we're looking at about $6,000 a month just to keep the lights on here. That's before paying us, that's before hiring staff, etc. Now, we are able to run our business out of our garage and these 2 25-foot storage units that you saw for a grand total of $600 per month. That's $6,000 less per month that we need to worry about making just to break even. You know, when this all first went down, the very first emotion, and it's still a small piece, but not nearly as large as it was just the pure feeling of failure. We tried something and it didn't work. We failed. That was the raw emotion that we were feeling for months when we made that decision to shut this thing down. But knowing what we know now and seeing the personal growth that we've had through this, failure would have been not even trying. We may have taken our shot several times here and missed the target, but we at least shot. We at least took that shot. We at least had the courage to step up and chase after something that we thought we wanted, to only discover that we didn't actually want that, but we at least have that knowledge now. And now when we make decisions in the future about potential upgrades, potential new spaces, we now have this knowledge to really sit and think like, hold on, let's look at the long-term play, the bigger picture here, and see if it's what we really want. So while I may want to consider this an absolute failure, it was definitely an absolute lesson in our life. We are so beyond excited to just move on, get back to our roots, especially here on this YouTube channel. You guys know, our OG followers know that we just love to buy and sell. We love to create content for you guys, and that's going to be the core foundation of everything that we do moving forward. So I can tell you from both Tristan and I, we appreciate you guys being here, supporting the channel, supporting every crazy thing that we've done here. We have documented everything over the last almost 9 years, from our original garage days to our first office space, warehouse space, starting network prep, our prep business. You guys have seen it all. And it's funny because we were talking last night how it's been 6 years since we have worked from home. We've always had a warehouse of some degree in the last 6 years. And throughout these last 6 years, we have always said, even on live shows here, we have always said that no matter what happens, we will never want to go back to working from home, which was true then. But now it's funny that things completely switch because we're in a different phase in life, and things and goals can change throughout every phase. We now could not be more excited to get rid of all of this, all the overhead, all the stress that goes in with the warehouse, just get back to basics and make this business simple again. So with that being said, I'm gonna lock this place up. UPS is coming to pick up these boxes. Tonight they have access to our door code. And then tomorrow morning, I take that door lock box off the handle, toss the box, take that key, turn it in. We're done, man. Peace out. I'll see you next time.